Hey, what's up guys, it's me again and welcome back to my channel Mayta What Ifs. Today I am back with a new story. The name of the story is What If Naruto Made Land of Waves into a Nation? And yeah guys, it is an unscripted story and my own idea. Now before continuing this, make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel, and follow me on my Apollo Uchiha channel as well if you haven't done so already. And without any further ado, let's begin with our today's story. Our story begins 13 years after the Kyuubi attack in the land of waves far away from Konoha, in which we see Team 7 consisting of their sensei Kakashi Hatake and the three Genins Sasuke Uchiha, Sakura Haruno, and Naruto Uzumaki were dispatched. It was supposed to be a C-rank mission, and that was an escort mission at that, which turned out to be an A-rank one. And now they were in the midst of a trouble, because not only the demon of the mist Zabuza Momochi, one of the 7 swordsmen of the mist, alongside an ice user, was after them, but also was the army of a local tyrant known as Gato. As Naruto has seen Sasuke as well as Sakura get very injured, as Kakashi was busy dealing with Zabuza. Naruto, taking this with a grain of salt, had no other choice but to head charge towards Gato. I'll deal with Gato. Naruto, wait! But now we see it was too late. Naruto, being a hot-headed genin as he was, charged straight head first towards Gato, using his Shadow Clone technique, summoning 20,000s of Narutos, and that was overwhelming. Gato and his army got scared, but in the end, they were defeated. Naruto got badly injured as well because of the ice and bone needles, alongside with the explosion that erupted because of Gato's men placing explosive tags on the bridge. Naruto, who was limping towards Kakashi, was caught in the midst of it. And once he did, Naruto fell. No! Naruto! As Kakashi could only witness the fall of his canon, his student. And so did Tazuna, as well as his family, who were the only ones there. The bridge has collapsed. The Team 7, the remaining of it, stood on the other side, while the Land of Waves stood on the other. There was no connection between them left. The bridge had crumbled. Gato and his forces were overrun by the enraged people, who grabbed onto the swords and blades of those people who have fallen and dealt with him, executing him even. Seeing this, that the person who has employed him was dead, Zabuza left alongside with Haku because it was a failed operation. While Kakashi, he was left with 2 injured Genins and a choice. Either he goes down there and have a risk of losing those who were in need of help while trying to find Naruto's body, or even if he's alive or not, or retrieve with the 2 and come back later for Naruto. So with a heavy heart, he did what he had to do. He took Sasuke and Sakura and returned back to Konoha. What about Naruto, Nisan? He saved us. Why is Konoha retreating without him? Naruto is down there. He needs help, father. We have to help him. The boy did more than for this village than any of the others have done. I know. People, we have to find Naruto. He's somewhere down there. The boy who saved us. And so, the people went out to search. While back in Konoha, Kakashi arrived as fast as he could and was knocked out cold. At the gate, the guards alerted the Anbus and the medics arrived, rushing them in. It took 2 days for them to wake up and stabilize. Kakashi was the first one to wake up after a 1.5 day, as Hiruzen stood in front of him. Talk, Kakashi. Tell me what happened. And Kakashi explained everything. So you mean to say is that Naruto is dead? No, he's not. Did you see that he survived? No, it was way too deep down there, and the water current was too fast. You have been here for 2 days, Kakashi. Do you even know an injured Naruto who has fallen into water with a lot of debris which was caused by an explosion could have gone so far or drowned, buried underneath? I had a choice. Either I go down there or risk losing my all students, or I come back later. We're not going back. I had a council meeting with the Council of Konoha, and they don't want Naruto to come back. What? Yes, you heard me right. They were looking for a reason just to kill him. You gave them that. You should have returned or called for backup, Kakashi. You should have never went out alone. I did not knew that this would. I know you did not knew that this would happen, but it did, Kakashi. In the end, it did. And now there's nothing we can do. Naruto is placed MIA in our books and considered dead. I understand. You don't need to feel too guilty, because I'm in on this as well. What happened in the Land of Waves should be buried and never to be talked about again. And so, Hiruzen left, while on the other side, for 2 days the people have searched and gone as far as to the next village, and even the next village. And there, at the shore, they found the body of Naruto, who was barely clinging on to life by some miracle. It was Inari who found it. Kasan! Oji-san, I found him! And so, Tazuna, who was nearby, rushed, and the medics that they had, the local ones, they bandaged him up after clearing out his wounds and brought him back to the Land of Waves. And once Naruto returned, he was explained of everything. After 1 week later, when he woke up, Naruto, instead of feeling as he usually did, sighed. And his expressions were different. I knew a day would come that they would throw me away. I was just expecting something more, I guess. Oh well. Thank you for rescuing me, but you probably shouldn't have. What? Why? Why are you saying things like this, Naruto? It's because Konoha wants me dead. That is why they let me to die. Why? Why would they? If you found out, you probably hate me too. You can trust us, Naruto, said Tazumi. You did more for this village than the shinobi villages have done. If it wasn't for you making Team 7 agree to come with me, they wouldn't have come. So yes, we trust you. Whatever you tell us, your secret is safe with us. Thanks, Tazuna-san. Remember the QB attack that happened a few years ago, like 13 years ago back in Konoha? Yeah, the whole elemental nation knew. It was a big news. The fourth Hokage died in that battle, said Tazuna. Well, he sealed the Biju. He didn't kill it, and sealed it within me, making me the Jinchuriki of the Kyuubi no Yoko. I was an infant newborn back then, and the whole Konoha hated me for that. As there was a heavy moment of silence, as Naruto then said, Look, I understand if you don't want me here, I'll leave once I heal. Or if you want me to go, just tell me, I'll leave. I don't want to trouble you guys anymore. And I thank you for... What do you mean by that? You were an infant child. You had nothing to say in it. You did not agree to this. They forced you into this. And yet they had the gall to hate you, even after you're the one who's protecting them by keeping the QB at bay? As Naruto's eyes widened, he never thought it like this. He was always told that it was his duty and how it was the greatest honor and a sacrifice. Never that he was a victim of Konoha and them forcing QB upon him. I thought Konoha was a great nation, but it's nothing more than a fake nation who always blurts out about honesty, integrity, and whatnot and bullshit, but all they are the same as Eva and the others. I see. Thank you. You can stay as long as you want. Heck, if you want to, I can build you a home here as well, kid. Heck, you can stay with us even. You don't have to do that, Tazuna-san. I'm doing this because I know I need to. You suffered more than enough. For them and for your own self. And now it is time for you to sit and enjoy some moment of peace. And so, that is what Naruto did. Time passed by as Naruto has been staying there for a year. None of Konoha or his friends, even his Gigi, ever came back. He heard there was an attack on Konoha and there was a lot of casualties, but he never paid mind to it. Why? Because Naruto in a year was able to realize there was more to just become a Hokage. He was finally seeing the bigger picture that was kept from him. And Naruto, he has been helping out the village and was able to see a lot of problems. And in his own way, he was also able to solve them, gaining the trust of the village. And within a year, the people of Land of Waves saw Naruto as someone who could emerge as a leader. So much so that Tazuna and a few other elders of the village began to teach him the ways of diplomats and whatnot. And when everything was going well, a group of bandits attacked the Land of Waves. But this time Naruto was there. But he alone couldn't protect. And as he saw that he was captured and was about to witness some of the most atrocities at the hands of the bandits, at the people who has given him home, he snapped. And the Kyuubi's chakra unleashed. And he brutally killed them all. But the people of Land of Waves didn't become afraid. They realized that this was Naruto's rage and this was the Kyuubi's chakra. And so, they bowed to Kyuubi, shocking it, as the demonic voice of the Kyuubi talked for the first time to any humans. Why are you all bowing to me? You protected us, Kyuubi-san. We know that you are a Biju and you took over Naruto because you and Naruto are like day and night. There's a difference. The boy has been lost in his anger, and when he does, I take advantage of it. And yet you protected us. Please don't harm him, said a child, Inari, as Kurama looked at it with wide eyes, until his red eyes began to turn into blue. I won't. That night, Naruto went to sleep, a little bit conflicted, and was thinking of what Kyuubi did, and why did he let go of a golden chance to finally take over his body. The answer came when Naruto was summoned inside the mindscape, where Naruto met with the Kyuubi. Why did you not take over my body? Why should I have? You suffered enough at the hands of Konoha. And these people, they're someone who I have no quarrel with, never had in my whole life. And yet they thanked me even after finding out that I exist within you. Do you think they're right about me? Yes. Now that I see it from what they have said, even I agree. You are a victim, kid. You are a newborn who was forced to carry me, and I am a prisoner. Has been for the last 100 of years, but you tried to destroy our village. I never wanted to do that. All I wanted was my freedom. First your mother, and then before that was Mito Uzumaki. And before him was he, Madara fucking Uchiha. What? Let me tell you a tale, kid, of how I wound up here. And so, Kurama explained everything from the start of the point of conflict up until now. As Naruto sat there and listened. So you mean to say you were kidnapped, abused and used like a slave? Yes. Oh my god. They have been brainwashing people. That is what they do best. That is what Konoha has been doing best. Since the age of Tobirama, there has been a great shift. Konoha, when it was found, was something different. It stood for something, but then it began to shift. Tobirama, as much as he is seen as a hero, was a corrupt one. He was not a hero, you see. He was a racist towards Uchihas, and especially towards the Bijus. He made sure that the Bijus were used as tokens of currency to buy out peace with the other nations. But what did it land into? Second Great Shinobi War, in which the Uzumakis, they all died, except for your mother, who was brought to be made into the next generation's Jinchuriki. As Kyuubi explained everything to Naruto, not leaving a single detail out. I'm grateful that you trust me enough to tell me this. Whatever you say, these people trust you, and they have gained my respect. You see this place as home, and so do I now. And I will do everything in my power to protect it. If only I had freedom, a little bit. But knowing you, no. I'll try my best to find a way. But I don't know how to. Konoha never allowed me to learn anything properly. The few things that I know, well, they're because of me defying them and learning on my own. You're a genius, kid. You were able to invent a technique. Your sexy no jutsu, even if it is a weird technique, it is yours. You should be proud of it. And not only that, you should learn from that example and try to build your own techniques and pass them down to this village. As Naruto's eyes widened, we can do that. We can turn this place into a nation, a stronger one. It's a civilian village, and a smaller one at that. How are you gonna do this? I might have a plan, but I'm gonna need your help. And so, from that day onwards, Naruto began with the newfound passion, the one that he had back in Konoha for being Hokage and to prove everyone wrong. But this time it was for others as well, but for the real home of his. As time passed, we see within 2 years a new power emerged. Naruto not only made a tool for the port area of the Land of Waves, but also made a lot of money from there, and had made a lot of alliances with other minor villages, joining them and forming one single nation, the Land of Waves. And from there, a gold mine was discovered. Since it was already registered under the Land of Waves nation, the others couldn't invade or take possession of it. So, Naruto was able to dig it out, and a lot of minerals as well as metals that were coming out of it, such as chakra metal as well as gold, platinum and diamonds, were more than enough to be sold at higher prices and reconstruct their village and turn it into a nation. And soon the traders came in, and merchants as well, buying goods as well as a lot of metals from there. And the Land of Waves was now known for two things. One, their metals, and second of them was the port area that was so huge and connected the whole elemental nation. Naruto name was kept hidden. Why? Because he made Tazuna the front face. He did not want it to emerge just yet, but he was working in the shadows to make sure everything was going smoothly and greatly. As now we see, Naruto also has been teaching some other kids who have chakra and potential to become shinobis how to, well, use taijutsu, completely creating with the help of Kyuubi no Yoko itself and his parents, who has left a part of their souls within the Kyuubi seal. Naruto, after getting tired of trying and failing in fine arts, ripped out the seal one day, only for the fourth Hokage to appear, who turned out to be his father, and so did his mother appear, and both of them shared their heritage and the backup scrolls that were sealed within the seal that Naruto possessed. And Naruto, using them as blueprints, was able to learn not only Fuinjutsu arts but also achieve the ki, and as well as his father's fighting technique, which he was now passing down. And many of the flying Raijin soldiers were being created, who alone could do what Minato could do. And they were only tuning level yet, or at the age of the tunings. While the rising power disrupted the big block of 5 elemental nations, many of the alliances were formed, especially one with Eva, as well as with Kumo. Kiri followed suit because it was a village who was in need, a desperate need of someone who was willing to invest. Naruto, with the help of Tazuna and the council, made a lot of, well, demands, which they were ready to comply with. And so, in this way, stripping the daimyos away from their power, The three villages now worked under them, shaking the foundations of the elemental nation itself. And they even have met with Naruto, and one of them was in a political marriage alliance with the Land of Waves, with Naruto being marrying none other than the daughter of his enemy, Kuritsuchi. How did that happen? Well, many thought that it was some sort of magic or whatnot, but they just settled down and talked. Naruto gave them the straightforward answer. Yes, he was the son of the Yellow Flash, and yes, he was proud of his father, but his father was dead now. And Konoha is the target, not him, because he has suffered at the hands of Konoha, just like them. And Oniki, once realizing this, he saw what Naruto was trying to say, and so he agreed. And in this way, a political alliance was formed, and Oniki saw that the village was seeing development which the other daimyos have forbidden, keeping them at bay and making sure that they obeyed them. But no longer, because the civilians' lives and the shinobi's lives were getting better. Same could be said for Kirigakure, because Mei Terumi and the rebels who have won, they were in desperate need. But their daimyo, he wouldn't spend a yen on them. But now, they had Naruto and the Land of Waves backing them up. Well, back in Konoha, a council meeting was called. They also needed someone to fund them privately, like how Kumo, Kiri, and Iwa were being funded. Suna tried, but Suna's alliance, it was rejected because they wanted to involve Konoha. Konoha tried themselves but have been rejected, so much so that they got tired enough and were thinking of invading. And they even tried, but once the Kyuubi no Yoko emerged, they all fell silent as Naruto began to walk towards them. "What do you think you are doing to my home, Naruto?" said Kakashi. "Yes, it's me, Naruto, the one that you abandoned at the death's door." As Sasuke and Sakura, who were still there, were shocked. As Sasuke tried to use the flying Raijin alongside with Rasengan, Naruto countered it and slammed the completed Rasengan into his chest, causing him to pass out cold while coughing blood. As Naruto glared at them, "Leave my home alone. I'm letting you leave because of one thing, and one thing alone. For the pity that you showed me, what little you ever did, by keeping me alive for the past 13 years. And if you ever return, mark my words, there will be a war that you cannot win." Some of them began to leave while the others didn't. And they fought and lost because the Kyuubi no Yoko obliterated them, alongside with Naruto alone. Two beings obliterated the strongest village's army, to the point that they all retreated, ran away from the battlefield, never have been heard or seen before. But they were witnesses. They had seen it and enjoyed it. Years passed, and a new threat emerged when Naruto reached at the age of 18. But as soon as it emerged, Naruto sat down and talked with it. "So you want me to believe that there is a way to achieve peace for the whole elemental nation? Can't you see that we're already working towards that?" "Yes, but for how long? Once you run dry for money, they all will go back." "No, they won't. I have made rules, you see. And rules in a circle of trade with the help of my people that is bound to run for decades, if not decades, then centuries even, we believe, if nothing goes wrong and no attack happens." Kumo, Iwa, and Kiri has agreed to that. Konoha tried, but it was deflected. "I am also hoping to revive the Uzushio Gakure, Nagato-san." As Nagato's eyes widened, "Why would you? I'm an Uzumaki as well, or have you forgotten?" "No. Well, but why? It has been our home, our ancestral home. It is only right that we honor it by making it the most bustling society ever. And I will need someone to watch over it." "Me?" "Yes. You have been watching over Amegakure. The village has been suffering, I know. You can move your people there, while we can do something about Amegakure. It can be our water source even." "Nagato. There would be... I know, but it's too good to be true." "Now it is. But once we may set our mind to it, it won't be. It would be true. And it would be good. As that is when the masked person then talked. But this is the only way the true peace would be achieved. Whether you like it or not, we have to go with it. Says who? And what are you to say that this Moon Eye plan will 100% work? It is never tested, it's just a theory. What we're doing is working. You can't deny that. Look, I'm not saying that your plan wouldn't work, but at least let me give this a try. We have a shot at peace. You have a shot at peace. More people like you wouldn't be made, like me, would be orphaned and would have lost someone important. As this hit Obito home, and he finally was about to give in until Zetsu, who was the fourth member who was there, begin to yell out and call out Naruto and begin to tell them to attack Naruto. As Naruto, using his words that he has mastered thanks to him being taught how to deal with politics, was able to make him slip with just luck enough that he was the one behind all this. In fit of rage, and the three turned, and once Nagato used his Rinnegan to see through his soul, he found the memories, which he blurted out to everyone, killing Zetsu in the process. I can't believe it. So the Moon Eye plan was never for the peace, it was for... I told you. The plan had something suspicious in it. Well, luckily enough, you guys were reasonable. Now, how about we make sure that this is a start of a bustling partnership, gentlemen and lady? And they nodded. And so, now we see Uzashiro Gakure was revived. And this time, as a nation which was filled with a bustling society of different peoples, and shrines were made for the honor of Uzumakis. But there was no hatred against those who attacked. Why? Because the true culprit who spewed the words of hatred and of the war was dead. And his name was written down there, etched alongside his whole plan and the whole conflicts, for the rest of the world to see. Everyone was happy except for the bunch in Konoha, because they were hated, mocked, and were now shadows of their former glory. All because they couldn't contain a child. All because they lost to a child they always hated. But in the end they knew it was their karma was getting back at them, because the child was the son of the fourth Hokage that they dismissed and wanted to use as a weapon. A weapon, in the end, that turned out that they even couldn't control. As this is where I'm going to be leaving the story off, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one, and if you did, then make sure you leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you like the content of this channel. And follow me on my Polo Chica channel as well. As this is it for the day. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.